UVradio.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're on CouvRadio.com listening to BCW live from Portland, and we've got Chi-Town Ken sitting here with Rip and Roche.
Hey,
and
welcome, everybody.
We got a producer tonight. He's here normally. I don't know what he wants to be called tonight, but I usually call him DJ Gummy Bear.
DJ Gummy Bear.
Yep.
All right. Well, this first match has got a newcomer, and joining us for this match is Petrov. And we welcome Petrov, and we need to find him a chair, maybe. Oh, there's one right next to him. This newcomer that's coming out for this match goes by Pantera Jr. And this young lad is 180 pounds. He's the Extreme Universal Champion from Mexico City. So we expect to see quite a bit out of him tonight. Petrov, how are you this evening?
Good, good. Things look a little bit shiny now lately.
Well, why would you say that?
Well, maybe that's because of the new 10-pound UIWA Pacific Northwest title that I managed to acquire.
I'm glad you put it that way.
That is a nice shiny title, too.
It is. That it is. Well, I guess opening things up for us tonight is Tex Thompson. Let's hear what, as he makes his way around the crowd along with Sarge. Not many people here. I know they're probably out barbecuing or at Oaks Park. But for those that are here, we appreciate, and those of you that are listening, we certainly appreciate you tuning us in.
Yeah, it's 80 degrees here in Portland.
Yes.
And I would rather be in here right now with this air conditioning, what little bit there is, than sitting out in the sun.
Yeah, I agree.
The air conditioning will not mean very much once it heats up in here in a few minutes.
I think you're right, Petrov. Let's hear what Tex has to say.
We're gonna listen to Tex for a second.
Yeah, let's hear what he has to say.
See if I can find him.
What's up? And by the way, if you haven't noticed, we got our banner from the Twilight Room. It's one of our sponsors. Gotta thank them. Patty, she's out here doing our programs. Thank you.
We are getting more and more sponsors here.
Yes, BCW is doing pretty good. I think 6 or 7 sponsors. That's great.
We got Mike Fahey back here. We're actually having chicken fried steak.
Oh, there you go.
Chicken fried steak tonight.
Home cooked stuff.
Yeah.
Couv Radio. Thanks for showing up, guys. I want to thank you all. I want to thank the Twilight Room, Patty. Got Big Kahunas, Tattoo, Nova Tattoo, Meat Market.
I don't
Western
see their
Meats,
projection screen anywhere.
Vinny's.
Yeah.
Louis Pizza.
The audio video guy had to take some time off.
Yes, he did. Yeah, were you here last weekend?
No.
No, you weren't. Rodeo, the audio video guy,
right?
Basically broke his neck.
Right, he got hurt.
So
dislocated.
Just
but
dislocated.
Hospitalized nonetheless.
So he's not here.
No, doing the ring announcing tonight is Copenhagen.
That's probably the only time you're going to get that.
And I will be doing the in-ring interviews.
You'll be doing the interviews. Great.
Terry for security. Thank you, brother, for being here. One of the riders. Let's see.
So Petrov, do you have a fight tonight?
They sure do. You know, champions, as much as I don't want to, they tell me I have to defend belt every week here, which, you know, that's no problem. It just means I have to figure out a way to keep it.
Oh, very good. You know they're going to chase you.
They always do. I'm on everybody's hit list. Do you think I have very many friends here?
No. You've got a few fans, but still not very many friends in the wrestling.
No, once you obtain a belt, you've got a
less.
target on your back, and yes, less friends.
But we welcome you. Well, they're still figuring out the sponsors.
Yeah. Well, let's run down the card then while he's
Yeah,
doing
why don't we do that?
His first match, we're going to see Pantera Jr. and Kane James. Second match, Emperor Void versus Meat. Third match is JB Moonshine versus Big Vicious. Petrov, you're in the semi-main event, but we're not sure who your opponent's going to be at this point.
Well, they tell me CJ Edwards, but something tells me maybe he has a little bit of car trouble. May not show up tonight.
You wouldn't have had anything to do with that, would you?
Are you kidding me? Is this Portland? You're looking at the wrong skin tone to be asking me those illegal questions.
I didn't ask you anything illegal.
I just look illegal. Calm down.
In the main event is Keith Atkins versus Aries Toretto, which should be a very good main event. All the matches on the card tonight look like great matches.
All right, we've got his boss coming out.
Yeah, Petrov's boss, Damon Scythe, making his way to the ring. Tex telling Sarge to stay out of the ring.
It's getting noisy in here.
It is. Well, let's see what's going on. Can we turn them up again?
Let's see if we can get them talking.
Well, you know, I haven't forgotten that either. That is.
Your boy ain't here tonight. Why is that? Oh, that's right. He's still in a neck collar. Blah 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 blah.
Suitable place for people that get in world power business.
Let's talk about that tag match, please.
Oh, we will, because that's going to happen next week. And
Please, give me the rules. Give me the rules. I want to hear this. What kind of tag match is it going to be?
Well, it's if I win.
Texas Tornado rules.
Texas Tornado.
All 4 men in the ring.
Yep.
2 out of 3 falls.
If you want to make that.
I like that. How about single elimination? So if you get pinned, you're out of the match and your partner's left here alone with me and Lone Star. If Lone Star gets pinned, I'm left alone with you and your partner. 2 out of 3 fall. I like it. Texas Tornado. All 4 guys in the ring. But let's make it really interesting. If Lone Star gets pinned, you can have your 2% and become the 51%, and he will be 49.
Interesting.
However, if you get pinned, you have to retire from wrestling. But
So it's retirement versus ownership.
That's it. There's all or nothing.
He has to retire from wrestling. So it's not only your career on the line, it's both your careers on the line.
You failed to. There's only one person in this equation that you didn't mention.
Who would that be?
That'd be you.
Me?
So, what would you put on the line? If you lost, what would you put on the line?
You want me to put something on the line to make this interesting?
Sure, why not?
How about my booking position?
Oh, damn it.
If
big
you
deal.
pin me in this ring or make me submit, you can pick your own booker and I'll step back and just be a participant. I will just wrestle.
That would be a
You guys
change.
like that idea?
Yeah, that's bad idea.
Well, he'll still be a participant. He just won't book.
Just remember though, if you get pinned, you don't get to wrestle anymore. I like that idea. Y'all
Now,
love
who's
that
supposed to be
idea.
Texas partner next week?
You love that
That's
idea.
Stetson.
Hey,
That is what
Okay.
I
Patty,
believe.
what do you think?
All right, so what?
Well, that can be arranged. You know, I think.
Whoa! No! Don't you be talking like that. That's not even funny. That's not funny. No!
Well, let's get everybody in on the
I'm not
joke.
putting my hand on the line.
Oh,
What's the matter, David?
So
You
he's
don't want
backing
to
me
look
into
like this?
corner.
Why not? I think you look handsome.
No.
Okay, what do you folks think? His booking or his hair?
Nah, see, they
Well, I
like
guess
him
the
as the
hairs
booker.
have it.
Whoa, okay, hold on. So what you're saying is, you're willing to put your career on the line as long as I'm willing to put my hair on the line.
I kind of like that a little bit better.
How is that fair? How is that fair? This is sexy.
Hey,
Your career has never been sexy.
life is never fair.
Okay, so I guess if I understand things
Hey,
right,
you know, they always say the ball is beautiful.
it's a Texas Tornado
Just
tag
saying.
match.
All right.
Elimination
You know what?
rules.
I have never been
That's
one to
what
back
I'm
down from a
understanding,
challenge. I don't
but
care what
it
these
doesn't
fans
sound like
say.
it's been confirmed
You've
yet,
never
but I
beat me.
agree. It
I
sounds
again,
like
I
it.
don't care what these fans say, what they believe they saw.
What's
They
on
never
the
saw
line
you
right
beat me,
now is
and they
Tex
never will.
Thompson's
So I will
career
put my hair
and
on the
Tony
line
Stetson's career. If
against
either one of them
your
lose, they're
career,
done
against
wrestling.
Tony Stetson's
But
career,
now
and
just like the Lone Star and the
2%.
Demon Side, they have is
What do
the
y'all think?
opportunity to
That
answer
work?
up.
Come on, I need to hear it.
If Damon Scythe
Hey, it's a done
loses,
deal.
he loses
Never
his
gonna
hair. If Lone Star loses,
Okay, y'all ready for
then
the
Tex
first match?
Thompson regains controlling ownership of BCW.
Are you ready for the first
Did I get
match?
that right?
I believe so, but you always have to remain the question. Will Tex
Well, we
Thompson
got
sell
a
out Tony
new
Stetson to
announcer,
remain
so,
ownership of company?
Come on up, Kevin.
I don't
He's
know.
going to give this a shot.
I mean, that's
tonight,
certainly
so,
a good question.
I mean, coming from a guy nobody can
welcome
trust.
him.
You know, do you
Doing
guys
this for
trust
the first
that?
time.
Well, I think generally the people would trust Tex to remain true to his North Portland Wrecking Crew or Northeast Portland.
I really can't hear you. Are we ready?
So that's set for next week, folks, and we'll go over that again throughout the course of the evening.
And your referee all night, T-Rex! Introducing first, from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing at 180 pounds, White Panther Jr.
And here comes Pantera Blanca Jr. It looks like he used English name with the announcer to get over and gain favor of these fans. But you know, I tell you, that is where you go wrong. You stay true to yourself if you want to make it here.
Well, his name is Pantera Jr.
Pantera Blanca Jr. I'm very well aware of who this guy is. He wants to come in unannounced, get in my face. I show him what to and why for, and guess what? And now you have a problem on your hands, new guy.
Weighing in at 131 pounds from North Portland. Give it up for King James. This match is set for one fall for a 15-time limit.
Well, this could be a good match. I don't know much about Pantera Blanco Jr. I do know that he is the Mexican Extreme Universal Champion. You got to be pretty good to get that, I would think. Especially in Mexico. There's a lot of fabulous wrestlers in Mexico.
Yeah, I wasted no time getting Little Extreme with this guy.
And Kane James, a favorite amongst the fans. He's the son of DeMarcus James, who's not here with us tonight. Did he whisper he loves you?
That is actually world power business. That is none of your concern. And as brothers, as world daughter, we take care of each other. We all show love.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
My Russian president would have nothing of what you are insinuating.
I'm not insinuating anything. I just asked a question. All right, both these men going at it. This could be a very interesting match. It should be a lot of action. Young James is anxious to move up in the rankings. And, of course, Pantera Jr., again, an Extreme champion, current Extreme champion in Mexico City. And there's the tie-up. And a go-behind by Pantera Jr. Nice takedown. And James nips up. Nice arm drag by Kane James. Nicely done. T-Rex is the third man in the ring. Well, a leg trip takedown of some sort. Oh, now in a head scissors. And he goes, and Kane James goes flying. Nice move by Pantera Jr.
It's to change the pace for the normal, usual monsters he fights.
Yes. This is going well so far. Both men testing each other to see what each other one's got. Things could change if somebody loses their temper. Kane James takes Pantera over the arm, back around, and another arm drag. Beautifully done. Textbook arm drag. Well, Kane James definitely has following. Kane James trying to get the fans involved, trying to get them going. Pantera puts his hand out for a display of good sportsmanship, and then turns around, kicks him, shoots him off. Kane James reverses it, sends Pantera to the ropes. Pantera goes up and connects with his feet, and Kane James with a head scissors takedown. Over the top, nicely done by Kane. Ducks the clothesline up on the shoulders and takes, takes Pantera Jr. Into the ropes and through the ropes. Kane James climbing up to the top, up to the second rope actually. Comes down for a splash, and he hits it. Interesting matchup so far.
I'm not impressed. I seen all these tricks last week when I faced him.
You've seen all these tricks because they're not what you would normally do. Nice head scissors takeover again.
And that was out of the ring.
Yes. And Kane James makes his way back into the ring. A good display of basic wrestling. And now Kane James with a schoolboy from behind. And Kane James kicks out. Goes up backwards. Rolls him over, almost a jackknife. Only gets a 2 count. I wish we had monitors.
They should get the quick replay of that, but the best way is to come down here to 7611 North Exeter to come check out the action yourself.
Oh boy, he put Kane James up. Kane James came down hard on something. A knee or a fist, I'm not sure what, but now Kane James is feeling the effects and he's on his back now.
Hey, for those of us tuning in late, who do we have going up against King James?
Pantera Latino Jr.
Pantera Blanco Jr.
Blanco Jr.
Blanco Jr.
Up off the second rope, comes back in, grabs the arm, and nice arm bar. Beautiful standing drop kick right on the money. got great elevation out of that drop kick and hit James right in the side of the head. And now Big Vicious is at ringside. I'm not sure exactly. Is he beating up on Kane James? He is. I don't know why. Now why didn't Rex ring the bell? Oh boy! Vicious just took a shot to the side of the head courtesy of Pantera Blanco Jr. And,
what was Vicious doing out there?
I'm not sure.
And Petrov's going out there now.
And Petrov has just left the.
And Blanco just went after Vicious.
And Petrov is now involving himself, and now he's beating on Kane James.
No, Blanco.
No, on Blanco. I'm sorry, you're right. Kane
James is climbing
going
the
up.
ropes. He's doing a splash.
And he comes down and he catches it. He hits the spot. The damage has been done, though, to both Kane James and to
now they're both beating up Petrov.
Pantera's just going after Big Vicious in the corner.
King James gets Petrov in the back of the head.
Now they're both going at it. Petrov and Kane James are nose to nose and toes to toes. And Petrov is headed for the locker room.
Nope, he took his shirt off. He's coming back. What?
So is Big Vicious now part of this world?
Now King James and
World
Blanco
Power.
are declaring the win.
Yes. And is Big Vicious now part
Big
of
Vicious
the
won the World Power locker room. I'm totally confused here. But we have
Big
Petrov's belt.
Vicious maybe is part of the World Powder.
You know, he's been kind of on the fence and in the neutral ground, so I don't know what has been happening.
I don't know, but I call it the World Powder because whenever things get tough, they always powder out. Well, match is called a no contest, but looks like Kane James and Pantera may have formed an alliance that we could see in future tag team endeavors.
Wow. That was a
Interesting.
turn of events. They're both walking off together. Wow. We ready for the next match?
I think so.
I think we are too.
Yeah. It was nice enough for Petrov to leave his belt here for the former holder of that belt, Keith Atkins.
Yeah. I think Petrov forgot all about it.
I think so, and just so happens that Keith Atkins is the next guest out here.
Well, maybe we'll get our producer to go grab that belt and lock it up. You know, because we don't want to be,
Yeah,
you know, might be too late.
Yeah. Hey, look what Petrov left behind.
All right. How you doing tonight?
I am doing excellent. I am fired up as all get out.
Yes, I can see that Petrov left your belt behind.
Petrov is going to leave things behind a little bit too early. I don't need to take the belt from him. I'll go through him and get that belt back.
Well, there you go.
That's the plan. From day one, I entered this business. It's Keith Atkins against the world, so now it might as well be Keith Atkins against the world powers, brother. I am ready to go.
I call them the World Powders because that's what they do when they get into trouble. They powder out.
Usually, yes. Right now, we got a man in there, Emperor Void.
He's going to take on Meat. This should be a real interesting match.
Definitely interesting.
Yes. Void, who's a sound wrestler,
Both
shooter, grappler.
both of these men have very different styles. Both of them, though, are tough as nails.
Yes.
And
But Mead is just a go-get-'em brawler.
He's just he's just kind of a brawler.
He reminds me of George the Animal Steel.
You know, that's a pretty good comparison.
There's no wrestling behind what he does. It's just brute force and just
brawling.
George the Animal Steele. For those of you a little too young, don't remember, George the Animal Steele used to be a part of the old WWWF.
Yes.
And he used to be one of the guys selling out Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
Pretty nice to have on your resume.
Called him the Animal because he had hair all over him.
Except his head.
Except his head. Painted his tongue green.
Well, painted it, I'm not sure how it got green.
Well, that's true.
I like to think it was painted green.
Yeah. Yeah, if it wasn't
But with-
painted and
with
it was just
George-
that way, it'd be kind of
With George, there was no telling.
yeah,
George, sometimes the crowd loved him, sometimes the crowd hated him. Void out there to shake hands.
and all Meat
And
can do
Meat,
is
yeah.
blowing his breath.
Yeah, and that's kind of expect the unexpected when you're in there with Meat. Both
Yep.
of these men, and apparently he is not getting enough meat from the crowd, shall we say.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Now Void very smart here because no matter what, he's keeping his eyes on his opponent. And when it's Meat, you'd better keep your eyes on him. Ooh. All right. Takes him right out of that corner with a hip toss. Kind of a rare wrestling move from Meat. You don't see a lot of wrestling moves, actual wrestling moves from Meat.
No,
Then
not
again,
at all.
you're never sure what he knows anyway.
True. You would have to assume that he had to go through a wrestling school and had to learn some form of basic wrestling.
Well, yeah, I would.
Whether or not
I would
he
assume
retained
that.
it.
But remember, we're talking about the painted-faced man with the red ripped-up coveralls over there.
Right. Usually fingernail polishes.
Okay, and now he's following up his actual wrestling move with stuff that we recognize a little more from Meat:
Right.
biting, scratching, clawing the eyes.
Right. But he didn't use a fingernail polish
Ooh.
to glue a
Void was able to slip
pantyhose
out of
to
that.
his head.
Yeah,
Now Void fighting back.
yeah.
And Void can brawl with the best of them.
He definitely can.
Rake to the eyes by Meat. And
You're in there
Meat-
with either one of these men, and I have been, and let me tell you something.
Oh,
You'll know
Meat's-
you've been in a fight. Meat now
right
clawing
on
at the eyes.
Right on the eyes. And he's going to throw him between the ropes to the floor. And he's going
Wow,
to
he's
follow Void.
kind of landed on his feet. That's
Oh, double axe handle right on the top of the head by Meat. And Void could be seeing stars about now. That would have to be a very tough opponent to prepare for. And you said you've fought him a few times. And how do you prepare?
you don't really prepare in the sense that you're preparing to wrestle. You're preparing to fight. You're preparing to fight for your life in some cases.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't know what he's going to do. But he's a very big, very strong man. And he's not necessarily, got all the lights on upstairs, if you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly
so,
what you're
yeah,
saying.
you're not sure which bulbs are working and which are kind of flickering out.
Right. Nicely put. Very well. And Void goes after
Void,
Meat as
yeah.
he got
Now,
just into
I
the
would
ring.
advise Void to do that. I would do the same thing.
And just stay on him.
A man this dangerous, you have got to work on him. You have got to chop him down.
But he
because
keeps going to the eyes like that, it
Yeah.
kind of stops you in your tracks.
kind of wondering if T-Rex is, well, he does have 5 seconds to break it, and T-Rex is warning him.
Right.
You kind of have to wonder if at some point, does the warning go beyond? I mean, because you're just letting him, take out the man's eyes.
Right. I mean, I realize there's the 5 count.
Yeah.
But if he keeps going back to the eyes, I have to believe that the referee has autonomy enough to just stop the match and call it.
Well, I'm not sure what his religion is, but yeah, he probably should. Probably should call it. I wasn't going to get into a religious discussion with you there, Ken.
I didn't know I was
Okay.
I was being religious, but
Oh,
okay.
all right.
Oh, Void looking like
Meat
a
is
man that
Meat is
doesn't
in
care.
control of this match, and this is. But see, this is what he's stopped going after Void. He's letting Void collect himself.
But he doesn't realize.
Yeah, it's he just
Nice reverse thrust kick.
he kind of goes on a tangent.
And another
Now
one.
Void very dangerous with those feet.
Yes, goes
You
for
know,
the cover.
there you go.
And Meat
Oh, just a little too close to the ropes.
wraps his arm around the bottom rope.
No, but if you're Void, you have to be aggressive.
You have to stay on him. Use
And
those
after
educated
taking all
feet.
those shots to the eyes and everything else, I wouldn't. Ooh.
Oh.
Meat just tripped Void up, and he goes head
Yeah.
first into the second turnbuckle. And here comes Meat. Back to the eyes again.
Now, you were talking earlier about that. If you get called on that so many times, does that do a disqualification, or is that?
Well,
not
that's what I was saying.
And it kind of depends upon. Oh, the
Oh.
Meat Express was coming.
Yeah.
Void was able to avoid it.
what?
And-
T-Rex
and
is
now-
holding back.
This I don't understand.
Counting him out.
Why is he counting? Because he's down?
I think he's knocked out.
He should be going for the cover, shouldn't he?
You should be able to go for the cover in the win. You don't just stop a guy from going for the cover and count a man out.
It was a pretty serious kick, but it looks like
And there's 10.
it's the 10 count.
He's out.
So Void was able to knock him out. Void was able to get
Oh.
and a little Void back there to Mr. Meat.
Yeah, I don't understand that stoppage or the reason for the count. Maybe we'll never find out, but
Well,
Sure happens.
to Void, it is a win in the win column, and that's what you want when you're out here in front of the North Portland Eagles and the fans here at BCW.
yep.
That's what you've got to do. Meat is. Well, I'm not sure how he's going to. I'm not sure how his psychology takes something like
Yeah.
I don't
this.
know. Well,
I mean,
I've got an
he's-
interview to do
Do you now?
with you. As a
All
matter of
right
fact.
then.
I'll
Whoa,
put
you're
you
gonna
in the
leave me
ring.
hanging here, huh?
We're gonna make our way in there. I'm not sure if
If Meat can even get
yeah,
out.
I'm not sure.
Might be not.
So that was
we'll
Meat
go up
taken
to
out by the
ringside
Meat
anyway.
Express. Oh, he's waking up.
He kind of is. There's just no telling what goes on in that gourd of his. All right, I'm going up with my buddy Chi-Town Ken. We're
All
going
right.
to do a little interview here.
We'll get you guys live on the mics here on Couv Radio.
I lost the Pacific Northwest champion to Petra.
So Meat is still trying to get out of the ring. He thinks he's fighting still. He's still doing some moves. He's dazed and confused. He hit that turnbuckle pretty hard. He's doing a couple elbow drops to nothing. He's outside the ring now, so the people better watch out. Or maybe that was just a tantrum he was throwing. Like they said, he doesn't know how to handle it. Meat taken out by the Meat Express. So we'll get Chi-Town in there and hear a little more of the interview. Hopefully Ken can get in the ring. Check into the mic. Get Chi-Town Ken. Someone needs to hold that rope for him.
Is everybody doing okay? There we go. It was on, then it wasn't. Obviously, my guest at this time, Mr. Keith Atkins. I'm not going to really ask any questions. I'm going to lay the foundation out for you, and I'm just going to stand here in the corner and let you have at it, my friend. I know that without a doubt, you're one of the angriest people on the planet about now. You got screw. You want to talk about the screw job in Montreal? How about the screw job in Portland, Oregon?
Well, let's elaborate a little bit on that. On a match where the World Powers was not allowed ringside, they hire wannabe rap star named Knothead, throws the belt into Petrov. You all saw it. Throws the belt into Petrov. I am knocked out, and I am no longer the Pacific Northwest champion. Now, make no mistake about it. Every single belt that they have had from the time BCW has started has been around the waist of Keith Atkins. I am not anywhere near finished. When you enter this business, it's you against the world. If it's me against the World Powers, that's fine by me. Any one of those punks that has to have somebody change their diapers in the back before they come out here, if they got the stones to come out here and take on Keith Atkins, I'll do it right here in front of you people, anytime, any place, for any belt, BCW, UIWA, you got it!
Keith, hopefully this doesn't mean that you end up going back down to the bottom. I'd say that your pedigree speaks for itself. But I don't see anybody from the World Powders jumping up and saying, sure, I'll defend my belt against you. They're going to hold on to it and hide with it as long as they possibly can.
That's sort of their MO. My MO is getting in this ring and kicking somebody's ass, and if I got to go through a whole litany of people, beat the hell out of them before I get a shot at the World Powers, sign me up.
Keith Atkins, everybody. Believe it when he says it, that he's planning on kicking ass, and he may not even take names. He'll just kick their ass.
Well, there you have it, people. Keith Atkins blaming the loss of the belt on Knothead, who may or may not be on the radio with us tonight. He is in the building, but I know he's working on promoting some music with some of the wrestlers, like Petrov, I believe, was the one that they had the song for that Knothead had wrote. And thus, that's why Knothead helped out Petrov that night. That's my theory on it, but maybe if we get Knothead in here, we can ask him what that's all about. We'll send our producer out there to try to find him. But meanwhile, I've got Ken, Chi-Town Ken, back on the mic, out of the ring. He's moving like a bumblebee tonight.
Yeah, which is surprising the hell out of me.
Yeah, he just flew right back here. So I appreciate that, because winging it by myself is not easy.
And joining us for this match is the man you saw in that last match, Emperor Void.
What's up, Ken?
How you doing there, sir? I know you're a little winded.
Yeah, and my eye hurts a little bit there.
I bet. Keith Atkins and I were talking during your match about there's no way to really prepare for meat. He's kind of like, sorry about that. We were talking about how it's probably like trying to prepare for George the Animal Steel. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison. I'm surprised he hasn't torn up when one of the turnbuckles tried eating it yet.
Yeah, no kidding. And his tongue's not green yet. Let's hope it doesn't get to that point.
Yeah, I don't want to be bitten by that.
No.
Go to the hospital even if I'm okay after the match. I don't know what that would be.
You might need rabies shots or distemper.
I think that's a little bit beyond rabies, man.
Yeah.
That might be the start of the zombie apocalypse right there.
There you go.
Meat starts biting people with a green tongue. It's the end of the world.
Yeah.
First sign of the apocalypse right there, ladies and gentlemen. If meat has a green tongue, get out of here.
It's over.
Go to an island.
Okay. I don't want to antagonize you, but I want to ask this question. Why are you not seeing title matches?
Well, look who your booker is right now.
Enough said.
Damon Scythe, my ex-partner, the guy that knows that his very health is in danger if he gets in the ring with me. After our falling out, he hasn't really stepped much of anything, any time in the ring with me.
No, he hasn't.
He's avoiding me. Simple as that.
Yeah, avoiding you.
Yeah, that.
It
Sorry,
was there.
Ken.
Sorry, I had to do it.
No
But,
pun intended.
Right,
pun intended.
but what about the rest of the? And
If I want to get worse, I could say, you know, he's crossed the line.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, enough of that.
Okay, so he personally is avoiding you, but as you said, he's the booker, so that explains why you're not getting anywhere near a title shot. That's got to bother you as a pro.
Oh yeah, he's
to not ever be in a contention position.
Well, you saw what happened when I had the heavyweight title, right?
Yes.
What happened? Lone Star took it. He booked it that way.
Yep.
Did they win it cleanly?
No.
No, they haven't. I have not lost a single match ever since I switched sides. And I started coming out that door over there instead of that door over there.
Right.
I have not lost a single match clean.
No,
Not
you-
a single
no, you haven't.
match. Every time I have lost, it's because somebody interfered. Somebody cheated.
Well, on that same train of thought, the World Powers haven't won a match clean either.
That's one of the differences between me and Damon is, I moved from the Hounds of Hell to going solo because I wanted to earn my respect.
Right.
And I wanted to earn it clean. I wanted it to be legitimate. Yeah, I could cheat all day. I could win, no problem. We all know what I'm capable of.
Yes.
If I don't hold back whatsoever.
But can you look at yourself in the mirror the next day?
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror. Even when I've won out here, and it's been a win that has been circumstantial, that I didn't feel I won cleanly, I had them strike it from the record.
I don't know if that's...
What happened last week? Me versus Buddy Highway. And what happened?
I don't know. I wasn't
You weren't
out
here. All right. Toretto kept coming out here. Aries. He kept sticking his nose in our business. And yeah, you know what? It was grabbing my attention. It was grabbing Buddy's attention. It was bothering both of us. Me and Buddy were having a good, fine, clean match. But he kept sticking his nose in. And at one point, Buddy did the wrong thing, but he got a little angry because the ref wasn't kicking Aries out. So Buddy pushed him. And by DQ, I won the match. That doesn't count for me.
No, that's
so
not a
I
good
told him
match.
to strike that from the record. I don't want that win.
Now, this match right now has been going back and forth between Big Vicious and JB Moonshine.
Looks like JB Moonshine's just going to be fighting for his life out there.
It looks like it right now.
Oh, that's a big man.
Double stomp right down on his midsection. I couldn't see from here.
Big V's like 6'6", 6'7", like 360, 370, 380 pounds. I don't know. He's a big boy.
Probably some size 16s.
I've got a long history with that guy right there. Me and him came from the same place. And I'll tell you, that man can throw down. You get in the ring with him, he'll hit you hard. I don't have a problem with that, though.
No.
Seeing where we came from.
No, you can absorb actually quite a bit of punishment. I'm astonished at times as to how much you can actually absorb.
And that man right there doesn't know how to dish it out.
Yes.
JB, though, looks like he's got a bit of heart. He keeps trying.
He keeps trying, but
I'm not sure how futile
right
his attempt is, but
You can
he's
tell
trying everything.
He's used to aiming lower. He's trying to readjust mid-swing to get the height.
Yes. Oh, man.
The problem you got right now, though, with Big Vicious is not only is he a big guy, but the fact is he ain't in his right mind.
True.
So you take a normal-sized guy and not in his right mind, he's going to be able to take a lot more punishment.
Right.
He's going to snap right out of it if you hit him, and he's going to start coming right back.
Pain receptors just don't work.
The mind is twisted, man. I've been there.
Yep.
Nobody has ever exactly accused me of being sane. But Big V right there, he's a different kind of crazy than I am. So you get a big man like that, you make him crazy, get him in the ring, and you give him a source to put out all his aggression.
Right.
That's not a good thing for the man standing in the ring with him.
Not at all.
JB taking a breather. And Big Vicious is
But not a planned one.
not letting him take much of one.
And he hit that post from forehead to toes. That's got to hurt. There's no round edges. Well, it's round, so there are no edges.
See JB backing off. He's already he's hurt, man.
Oh, head on the stairs.
No, it looked like he landed him across the stomach on the
That
stairs.
was on the stomach?
Yeah, he's been working the stomach quite a bit here.
Yeah, I saw the head
JB's
bounce,
bent
so thank you
over.
for-
Looks like he might vomit.
That's not good.
That's a waste of moonshine.
Dude, he already smells. Smell of vomit and bad BO. I mean, I'm sure that's a regular perfume for rednecks, but
Yeah.
Little ether.
I don't think fans want to pay for that.
No, I don't
What
think
kind
so
of
either.
punch is that?
Yeah.
And that kick, jeez. I've seen 3-year-olds kick better.
Oh, he's got him by the gut. A claw hold to the
That's
gut.
Big Vicious the Thirsty. He's got the whole
Oh, man.
Well,
The way he
more
put
like
him
pony
down.
kick.
And he's just holding that claw hold right into the midsection. And he's tapping out.
Squeezing on them guts, man.
It's over. Your winner, Big Vicious, via.
There are some
Vicious
nerve
doesn't want it to
clusters
be
there.
done.
Not exactly pressure point I'd go for, but as you can see with a man his size and his derangement,
We're going to get a belt smack?
it's effective.
So not only
That's
does he
insulting.
win by or by submission with the claw hold, he just goes ahead and smacks him in the midsection as it is now too.
And the crowd is booing.
Yes, they are. Well, I have another interview to do, sir.
I'll try to hold it down.
You'll hold it down. Boyd, thank you so much for being part of this.
No problem, brother.
Always a pleasure.
It's intermission. Now got time to go kiss babies, sign autographs, do that kind of stuff. All
There you
that
go.
nice people do.
Have fun with that. All right, everybody, it's almost intermission time. I do believe Chi-Town Ken is going to be doing an interview real quick, and we will wait and see if we go to music or not, depending on how that. Yeah, I think we're going to go to music here, and then we'll get the interview with Chi-Town Ken shortly after the intermission. We'll be right back on CouvRadio.com.
Lead me halfway. come on! Get up, get up! Get it up now!
That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
One more time!
Rock up and down.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailor man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers that sailed that day on a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
Come, every man has a price, so what is yours?
Oh, well, I started getting wrong. The tiny ship was lost. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, a minnow would be lost. A minnow would be lost.
All right, Professor, let her rock.
Oh, I said, come on.
All set, Junior. All set, Junior.
One more.
Hold on, little buddy. The professor's gonna rock up faster.
The ship's aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle. With Gilligan, the skipper too, a millionaire and his wife, a movie star, the professor and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan's Isle. G-N-I, double L-I, G-A-N, spelled Gilligan. G-N-I, double L-I, G-A-N, spelled Gilligan. G-I, double L-I, G-A-N, spelled Gilligan. G-N-I, double L-I, G-A-N, spelled Gilligan.
What happened, little buddy?
Do you have a business that needs a radio commercial?
Or does your band need a pro recording? Soapstone Studios makes your project professional. We use state-of-the-art gear and always get our clients what they want at a fraction of the price. 503-929-9831. Soapstone Studios.
This is the perfect
Chi-Town Ken here, along with my guest during this segment we call Between the Ropes. My guest, the leader of the pack.
I like that.
Damon Scythe, the leader of the World Powders.
The cutting edge of professional wrestling, Damon Scythe?
I don't know that I'd go that far.
That's dirty. Come on.
Well, looks like we may get interrupted at any time by Damon Scythe, or by,
I am Damon
the
Scythe. That would be
franchise,
Eric Hansen.
Yes.
That's right.
And
he's sitting there
So-
looking at the microphone, trying to decide whether or not he has something important to say or whether or not these idiots are going to understand what he has to say.
I don't know, and I don't call them idiots. They are paying fans. They are paying your salary, your wages, your payout.
Free?
Whatever you want to call it. So, why is it that the World Powders have to cheat to win everything?
I haven't seen any cheating. What are you talking about?
Every match I've seen that involves any part of you guys, there's cheating. There's interference. There's somebody running around throwing a belt in to be used.
Whoa, I didn't see that. I was watching in the back. I didn't see that. The ref didn't see it.
I'm sure you didn't see it. I'm sure the ref didn't see it either.
Of course the ref didn't see it. If the ref saw it, he would have thrown the match out. That would have been cheating, and that would have been a disqualification. Petrov didn't get disqualified, so obviously there was no cheating.
He didn't get caught is what happened, is he didn't get caught.
All right, well,
so why is
then
it,
it
you
still
haven't
didn't
answered
happen.
my question. Why is it that there's always some kind of interference when it's a big match and you can't seem to let the two men in the ring just battle it out without interference or some kind of stupid-ass stipulation?
So basically what you're saying is, why is it that we always win?
No, why is it that you always interfere and create the win?
Again, why is it we always win? Because we create the win? I'm okay with that. I don't know about you, Ken, but as long as the World Powers are leaving with the belts at the end of the night, it doesn't matter how we got there.
Well, I think it matters to the fans on how you got there. If you call cheating and interfering in matches to gain the win as the right way to do things, then I think your head's on backwards.
Yet we still leave with the belts every week, so...
And that's something to be real proud of.
Absolutely. The guy who has the belt gets the big pay, gets the limo, gets to hang out with all the pretty girls, so I'd call that being a winner, not a loser. And the loser goes home and cries to his wife and goes to bed unhappy and without a belt.
I'd call it winning the way you do is shameful. It's disrespectful to everybody, including the fans. It's just wrong all the way around, but obviously you don't see things that way.
You are welcome to your own opinion, Ken. I have absolutely no problem with that, but you're not dumb enough to get in the ring with me, and I wouldn't need to cheat to beat you, so...
That you know of.
Would you like to find out? I mean, I'd love to get in the ring with you, Ken, any day.
If it was a Chicago street fight...
I heard that you are an amazing fighter, or used to be, once upon a time.
That's
However, I'm pretty sure if you stepped in the ring right now with me in any kind of fight, Chicago street fight, Indian strap match, you name it, we can do it. And it would be a violent, bloody affair.
Yes, it would.
And your shoulders would end up on the mat.
Maybe. But I'd take pieces of you with me.
I would hope so, because if you didn't, then I would laugh at you.
No, there'd be no
right
laughing.
there in the ring.
There'd be no laughing. I would take pieces of you with me when I went down.
What do you want? You want my left arm? You want my right arm? You want my ankle? I'll give you a piece to start with. But any piece of you I get a hold of, I'm taking home with me. So it's no worries.
There wouldn't be pieces of you left to take home.
Since you're not dumb enough to get in the ring with me, let's talk about the rest of the World Powers.
I don't think it's a matter of being dumb. It's a matter of being smart, knowing what I can and can't do at this point in my life.
I wholeheartedly agree, Ken.
And when you get to be
as long as
you
you stay behind the microphone, you are fine. You are safe. As soon as you get out from behind that microphone, I'm gonna beat you down. But
no, you're not.
I love you to death, Ken, but let's be serious. Now, let's get back to Tex Thompson. Almost won the UIWA World Heavyweight title.
Until it became, instead of the Montreal screw job, it became the Portland screw job.
Whoa, I don't know about all that.
I do.
Chief Adekulakula obviously won the match. And
how did he win the match if Tex had the belts and then
because
Lone Star
Tex
comes
cheated.
out? Tex didn't cheat.
Cheated. That
No.
Lone Star saw it.
No.
Lone Star saw Tex cheat, and
Lone Star
as
couldn't see 2 feet in front of his face if his life depended
as
on it.
an
That's
owner
quite
as an
obvious.
owner of the company, he felt the need to step out and correct the referee's mistake, which obviously if we were cheating, then he should have been stepping out and correcting our mistakes and disqualifying us and taking titles back from us. But obviously that hasn't happened, so he's not seeing us cheating. He
Right.
only saw Tex cheat.
Right.
Since he saw Tex cheat, Tex lost the belt. Simple.
Now I understand why your eyes are brown.
They're not
I didn't
brown.
know they
They're
stacked it
hazel.
that high. Yeah,
They're
from
hazel.
Here they're brown. They're a long way from hazel. Well, apparently Hanson has something to say.
Finally.
Well, I guess we'll.
Did you want to listen to it or just keep your interview over here?
Well, we can listen to it and commentate on it then.
Sounds like a plan. I've said enough about Chi-Town Ken already.
I'm waiting for the fight. When you guys calling the date?
It'll happen someday, trust me.
Fans in Chile want to know right now.
But probably it'll happen out back with no fans watching. So
okay, we won't cover that one.
Nope.
Well, let's see what's going on the PA here.
Yeah. He's going to disrespect every wrestler in the Northwest. And
Yep.
We got a hand.
As long as he doesn't disrespect me, because I'll climb in that ring and beat his ass right now.
Dude, shut up and sit down. I go away for a while because I got tired of the garbage that I was being fed. I got tired of this stupid character that I decided to come up with and wasn't going anywhere. So I went home. I went home for 6 months, to which you can ask this lady right here, because on my little signing paper over there, it shows that I haven't been here in 6 months. So I come back. Yeah, it was 6 months.
6 months.
So I come back thinking, all right, well, maybe I just needed a new outlook. And I get told, hey, what you're going to do is we're going to have a four-way elimination, or a fatal four-way match for the heavyweight title, and we want you to be in it. So I'm in it. But then show day comes, and I'm running late. Nobody decides to call me. Nobody asks where I'm at. They just write me off. And they throw in that foofy boot guy. What the hell's his name? That one.
Who?
They throw
Aries
him in.
Toretto.
So now it's a five-way. Who's ever been in a five-way match? That's right, don't raise your hand because none of you have. Yeah, whatever. That was a different kind of five-way match.
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay? It's a giant nonsensical match that you can't pay attention to. Who remembers where I ended up? I got super kicked by Buddy Highway. I went out to the floor. Where did I end up? Anybody? Anybody? I laid my butt right there. I laid my butt right there. Now, how many of you, who was here that night? Raise your hand.
Hey, Couve Radio was.
Anybody here on the Friday night show?
Yeah.
Were you here on the Friday night show? Were you here on the Friday night show? No? Were you? No? No? You guys? No? Okay.
Nobody was here, don't you
All right.
remember?
For you who were on the Friday night show,
We had a lot of people at the Friday
Who
night show.
noticed that? There was a
Apparently
lot, there
they
was a
didn't
lot.
come back.
Yeah.
who noticed I was gone? You're a liar. They noticed I was gone because I was playing footsie with them. Now it seems that if I go away for a couple weeks, because I live about 2 hours down south, I don't make it every week. I drive my happy butt up here for 2 hours. I do my business. I drive 2 hours back home. and then I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do my real job.
Quote unquote.
Now, if anybody knows, we get out of here around what, 8, 9 o'clock? Well, no, it's not 8. Show's not even over at 8. We get out of here around 9:30, 10 o'clock, right? Which means that I get my butt home around midnight. Then I gotta get up at 5. So who's gonna be a happy camper at 5 o'clock in the morning when they didn't even get home until midnight? Not me. So, I decide and I let the office know I'm only gonna be up here every other week. There's a method to my madness. There's a reason why I go up here every other week. Bingo. Bob, shut up.
This is starting to sound like a long walk off a short pier.
See, I come up here when I get paid. I don't get paid, I don't wrestle. So, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. I let the office know I wasn't going to be here. Shut up, I don't even want to hear it. I can't hear you. I come up here, I let them know I'm not going to be here next week because it's Father's Day, but I'll be here the week after. I pull in, I look at the sheet, my name's not on it. So again, 2 weeks and I'm forgotten. Well, see, that's the joy of it because he's sitting right there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Are you holding this man down?
Okay.
Absolutely.
So what I want to know is that every couple of weeks that I come up here, they know that I come up here. Why is it that they determine to disrespect me and make me come up here for no damn reason?
Why is that, Damon?
Honestly, I forgot that he was coming.
Give me something. He says, well, here, why don't you go out and talk? So you know what? That's what I'm doing. And he's back here not liking what I have to say. But you see, that's the MO, because the booker before him would do the same thing. The booker before him would say, hey, I'll call you on Wednesday. If I don't call you, you're not booked. I don't get a call on Wednesday. Why show up, right? And then I get a phone call, where the hell were you? Or then I say, hey, I'll call you on Wednesday, and I get the phone call, and he tells me, oh, well, we don't have nothing for you. Then why call me?
So why
or
do you
I get a phone
disrespect
call on
him?
Wednesday telling me what the plan is, and then I show up, and everything is changed. What's the 2 things in professional wrestling that you need? What's the 2 things in professional wrestling that you need? Oh, give me a minute, it gets better. What's 2 things in pro wrestling you need? Wrestlers and fans. Wrestlers and fans. How many of you are actual wrestling fans? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Do you know what the travesty about this situation is? The travesty about this situation is, I don't know many of you. A lot of you guys are new faces. But you know what? There was a constant in this building. There was a constant at this promotion and many other promotions that I've worked for, and they're not here. They had a situation to where on Facebook I read that they're never coming back. And do you want to know what that means? That is the biggest travesty in the history of this company because you lost real wrestling fans. You have no fans, why have a promotion? Am I right? Without wrestling fans, we are just a bunch of grown men wearing spandex and playing around with each other.
Why are we letting this guy talk?
Without wrestling
I made the mistake of letting him have a microphone,
like the
apparently.
Marquez family, who are dedicated, and they show up, and they pay their money to get their butts into these seats and be entertained by grown men wearing makeup and leotards. But yet, for some reason, on nights like this, when there is another promotion running down the street, we get the bare minimum of attendance. Why is that? Do you want to know why? It's because these things here are stale and boring, and they need controversy. Do you want to know why? There's two greatest things in professional wrestling
I'd say
that
there's
every
plenty of
promotion should use.
controversy around here.
Public-
I'd say people can start walking out.
I try.
Ongoing current
You
events.
do well.
Like the Iraqi War when WWE turned Sergeant
Would it
Slaughter
be controversial
into a
if I get off the
sympathizer?
microphone,
That
walk in there, and
got
punch him in the face right now?
I got
That would be
$3 on it.
controversy.
You need controversy.
I know
in
$3
order to
isn't much, but you'd enjoy it
something
too.
make sense and for it
There's
to
that.
be exciting. So I challenge you right now, Mr. Damon Scythe.
He's gonna go do it.
How about some controversy?
We better
I'm
put
not
$3
talking
on the
come
table.
in here with your chest all puffied up because you're mad. I'm talking about real controversy, real things that will make everything start being more clear.
As he climbs into the ring, they're handing him a
and make
microphone.
more sense.
Please tell me, what is it you think that you're going to do that nobody else has done?
I don't know yet. All I ask is just for maybe a little bit of freedom. Just a little bit of creative freedom. You want to wrestle, sweetheart? You want to wrestle? Come on in here.
We haven't even done the raffle yet.
No.
All right, so apparently people are getting bored. But that's my challenge to you, sir. I challenge you to make things a little bit more sparky. Hey, I got an idea. How about the next time that Chief Atakula Kula comes down here and he still has the World Heavyweight title, how about we book him against someone who's actually going to give him a challenge?
All right, I can do that. That's not a problem.
See, because I've already challenged the Big Indian Man on Facebook, and he said to talk to my booker to make it happen. So, I'm talking...
I'll make some phone calls.
On a
I got no
public
problem.
forum. On a public forum. You are all bearing witness. I am telling my boss right now, I want Chief
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ken, how you feeling about this?
Do you honestly remember that I'm your boss?
I'm sorry, what?
I know, right? I apologize to the people at home.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
come out here and you shove it down their throats every week.
Have we got some music we can play for him or something?
I don't know.
This, I had a feeling this was going to go into a bad direction, and
Well, we'll let them battle it out with their words. Maybe if we had a little beat running in the background or something, it might make more sense. Some sort of battle rapper.
or like the Eye of the Tiger or something.
Yeah, something like that.
See, Hanson is all about controversy.
It just seems to me like he can talk, but I've never seen him really fight. I mean, like he said earlier, there was 5 people in the ring, so he crawled under the table and hid.
Yeah.
I mean, but he knows how to do things better than everybody else as he walks off all smug. I don't know.
Well, apparently he got his point across, and he got the attention of the person he wanted to get
Well,
his attention to, so I don't know
He
what else
vented.
to say.
He'll be quiet for another couple weeks until he decides to drive 2 hours back up here again.
Like nobody else travels to be here.
Yeah, exactly. But
I'm not saying I approve of them or their antics or any way. However, Lone Star drives more than that to get here, or Lone Star drives from Eugene,
which is a few more hours.
Lovejoy comes up from a couple of hours up north. There are several people that travel to be here, and they do so because they love being here.
Yeah. And the fans come here because they love being here. And,
Exactly.
he complained about the amount of fans that we have here, but he said there's another event right down the road.
Well, it's not right down the road.
Well, if there is even another event tonight and we have this many fans, that says something for this organization.
Right.
If there's 2 events going on, I mean, if I went to a car show and there was another car show going on and there was equal amounts at each show, I think that's a win-win.
Right.
And in the wrestling community, if they get out there and support whatever wrestling, that's a win-win for the wrestling community.
The other promotion draws for a couple of reasons. Some of the wrestlers they have.
Probably promote.
They promote. They only run once a month.
and they do a lot of promoting when they do it
Yeah.
before they have a show. And like I said, some of the wrestlers that they have are wrestlers that fans enjoy watching.
You know, and those wrestlers, much like some of these, but those wrestlers probably self-promote and have a fan base from the time that they've put into the
Right,
events. you
right.
know. I know Chi-Town Ken has a name across the Pacific Northwest because of the work that he's done.
Thank you.
But you also know that you lose that face when you don't get out and fight all the time, or get out and talk all the time, or
Right.
or get that promotional out there. You have to stay steady with it. So there's always going to be a downfall. Your stocks are going to drop when you take a vacation.
Right, and that's extremely true in this business. It's almost out of sight, out of mind.
So you whine like a little baby, you take 6 months off, and you come back and you show up late, and then you whine like a little baby because of that.
And you become upset because nobody likes you. In
Yeah.
essence, is what he's saying, I think.
But he's blaming it on everyone else, saying that the promotion is being run wrong.
Right.
I mean, every business has room to improve. There is no perfect business, but for you to blame your time off and your loss of
or your own
fans,
shortcomings,
yeah, on your promoters or your bosses or your bookers, you know, just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, he showed up late, he got in the fight, and then he hid under the table.
You know,
who's going to be a fan of that?
Right.
The ladies that
Right.
got their feet tickled?
Right. I agree with that. I believe that if there was less whining, and I'll just use that term because that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
But if that's what you're going to do when you do show up, you're also not going to carry fans.
He won no fans tonight. And hopefully he didn't hurt the Coop Radio fans either.
Right. And hopefully he doesn't hurt the BCW fans by
Right.
whining about not performing.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, who let him on the mic, and B, why is he allowed to be on there that long? You know, what was the reasoning behind that, or the allowance behind that? Because they didn't book him 1 week or something, so they wanted to give him some time in the ring? I don't know. But I think it's going to hopefully make BCW management look at allowing someone to get up there without knowing what they're going to be talking about.
I agree with that.
And I want to rewind on that. It sounds to me like you and Damon should have a fight.
Well, thanks a lot.
You were calling him out and riding him hard.
He called me out.
I don't know. You tore into him.
He was.
I want to watch some of your old tapes.
I tore into him like I tear into him every time he's here.
I want to watch some of your old tapes, because if you're that vicious on the mic against one of your adversaries, I want to see what you did in the ring.
I didn't do much in the ring. I only had a few matches. But I also had a reputation that preceded me.
Yes, and it's still there. You know, he called back.
It
on
was,
several times.
and I was surprised by that.
Yeah,
but
because it sounds like he wants a piece of you being the historian, if you will, as much as you want a piece of him being
a jerk.
The bad guy. Uh-oh, speaking of jerks.
Yeah, speaking of them.
We've got Lovejoy coming down. Let's turn on his mic.
Yeah, well, let him get his headset on first.
I'm sure we have some questions for him, too.
Yeah. Welcome, Roy Lovejoy, to the table.
It's all your pleasure.
Thank you.
Is it your pleasure?
It's my pleasure.
Is it your pleasure?
Yes. So, how are we doing tonight?
Well, much better than I was 2 weeks ago, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
So,
for the fans and the listeners at home that don't know, 2 weeks ago, you were turned on, basically.
Yeah, you could say that I was turned on a little bit.
That's putting it mildly. You got your ass handed to you 4 ways to Sunday.
Exactly. 4 guys beating the hell out of me for what the tape showed for 7.5 minutes.
Yep.
Yep. I mean,
I suppose, and I'm not saying which one of you guys is right or wrong, but you did miss a couple of spots where you were supposed to throw something in somebody's face and missed.
Well,
I mean, you can't account for somebody ducking out of the way. I mean, that stuff happens.
Well, you know, if the 2 gentlemen that were there, Mr. Dabashi and Chief Atakula Kula, if they were good enough athletes to actually hold up the gentleman that they were holding, that would have never happened. But unfortunately, they're both of all their skills are deteriorating, and they're not what they used to be, and I get the blame for it.
but you admit that you did try and interfere by throwing something in somebody's face.
Of course, that's what they wanted.
You're helping out.
They didn't have. They knew they couldn't do it on their own, so they wanted help, and that's what they always do is want help. Just like that gentleman in the ring, he can never ever do something on his own. He always has to find a shortcut, and that's the problem.
That was the point I tried to bring up with Damon, is why the World Powders can never seem to win a match clean. There's always interference, there's always cheating involved, there's always double and triple teaming. I've yet to see the World Powders win a straight up clean match. They've never won clean.
Well, here's the reason. You got Chief Atakula Kula, the man with the biggest ego in professional wrestling, who
ankles too, biggest ankles.
Yeah, biggest ankles and biggest gut and his biggest butt. But anyway, we won't even go into that. His skills aren't what they used to be, and so now he has to take shortcuts to keep his title. Everywhere he wrestles, whether it's in the States or overseas, he always has a manager with him. He's always got somebody there as backup. So when things get bad, what can he do? He can rely on that manager. That was what my job was to do, is when things got bad, for it to happen. To follow Dabashi, the same thing. He used to be an amazing wrestler. I'll give him credit.
Yes.
But his skills are deteriorating, and he has to have somebody there by your ringside to help him when the time comes. And this gentleman in the ring here, Mr. Petrov, all he is doing is riding the coattails of the World Powers. I was the one that went out of my way to help this gentleman and get him into the World Powers. And you saw the thanks that I got for that.
Right. So, where do you stand now? I mean, are you still? I mean, you're kind of a man without an island right now. What do you do?
Well, you're right. I am a man without an island. But you know what? I'm a man with a plan. And someplace, somewhere, sometime, that plan's going to come together. And I won't even start to tell anyone what that plan is. But I will tell you that I have been contacted by men all over the United States wanting me to manage them and wanting to know about the World Powers. I don't have a problem telling anybody their weaknesses, and I don't have a problem telling anybody their strengths. But I can assure you, you haven't heard the last of Roy Lovejoy. They did one thing that they should have never done. They made it personal. And you know, Ken, when somebody makes it personal, it takes it to a whole different level.
Yes, it does. Well, the things that I see that the World Powers have going for them, if you can call it that, is that they have strength in numbers, and they use those numbers to win.
Yep. And by the way, that's the plan that I put together.
Right.
And, you know, they took everything that I put together and used it. I wanted to have our own World Powers website. They wouldn't go for it. Guess what? Now they have their own World Power site.
Right.
You know, so, you know, they're taking the Roy Lovejoy ideas still, and they're still using them. They're calling them their own, but that's okay, because, like I said, there comes a time and there comes a place, and you know what they say about karma.
Well, yeah, I do. And now you got Damon out here wanting to fight me. challenge me to a fight, you know.
Well, you know that's Damon's way.
Well,
Because-
he knows of my reputation when I was a younger man. I mean, you don't survive where I survived in Chicago by being a nice guy.
Right. But you're not a young man anymore.
No.
And see, that's why he'll do that, because he thinks he can pick on a person that's much older than he is and intimidate him. That's what he's all about, is intimidation.
Well,
And-
I flat told him that if it ever came down to that, I was going to take a piece of him with me.
Well,
I may go down, but I'm taking pieces of him with me. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. I agree. That's just his way of trying to get himself.
Well, we've got your boy Petrov, or
good
your old
shape.
boy Petrov, in the ring out of the ring right now.
How are we doing, Roy? Are you having fun watching this?
I'd have a whole lot more fun if he was laying on his back crying like a little baby, but I have a feeling his time's coming.
Somebody sounds a little butthurt.
Not butthurt. I would say that someone is going to make it his personal interest to make sure that everyone in the World Power slowly but surely finds out what Roy Lovejoy is actually capable of.
That's kind of funny, Roy, because to me it kind of seems like you're a little butthurt, because I would say you fell from grace with the World Powers, but there's not really much grace with the World Powers, so it's almost like you fell from disgrace, which I didn't know was possible. I'm wondering what your game is now, because you're no longer a part of that World Powers clique. You're kind of on your own.
Well, that is true.
You haven't exactly made friends with anybody else, so it's almost like you're surrounded by enemies that you've made.
You know what, Boyd? I'll give you credit there. You're right. And, you know, but as I was saying, if you would have been out here when the match started, you would have heard this. I've been contacted by people that want me to manage them and would love to have a shot at the World Powers. And so we'll see what happens. I have a plan and I'm putting it into place. And, of course, you would understand this. You don't tell somebody your plan.
Well, of course, but...
So you have something in the works.
I'm just a little tripped out here because you suddenly decide to just turn your ways because your old boys turned on you. Is that really what it is? Have you actually apologized to everybody you've done wrong to?
No.
No?
No.
So are you actually on the straight and narrow, or is this just another guy's, huh?
Who said I was on the straight and narrow? I never said I was on the straight and narrow.
What?
I'll answer your own question. Did I apologize to you?
No.
No. You know what? I've done what I've done, and you know what?
You play a dangerous game.
I do play a
surrounded
dangerous
on
game.
all sides by enemies you've made.
It's true. That is true.
And now you're looking to find somebody to go against the World Powers.
Now Petrov looking to make a timeout. As Sideshow is starting to beat the daylights out of him.
It's funny to me, Roy, because I'm one of the main guys that has beef with the World Powers.
I know that.
And as you've seen, Damon's thrown everybody else in front of him. He won't let me and him go at it.
Well, that's
because
no one knows you better than Damon knows you.
He knows I'm dangerous. But here's the thing, Roy. I'm just wondering where your angle is going to be, because everybody that's really got beef with World Powers, you've kind of
screwed them over.
Yeah, that's putting it delicately.
Yeah, well,
And the World Power seems to be pretty much the other side of the locker room here, so I'm wondering who you think you're actually going to get that's going to listen to you.
Well, who says that they're in the locker room here right now?
Now Petrov getting
Hey,
out
we're going to get
Sarah
to the fight
Jane.
here before you guys start tumbling.
Tumbling, is that what it is here?
Oh,
Twittering?
look.
Twittering.
I think he should break that chair. I think that's what he should do.
I think he's going to sit in it and wait for Petrov to come back in.
It's got a crazy clown face on it.
What do we got here? Is that a car battery?
Yeah, it's one of those jumper boxes, it looks
That's
like.
a jumper box.
He usually has cables. He's got battery attached to him now. Are we going to electrify the ring?
I would not. I would not
he's got it
trust him.
turned on. What's he planning here?
I don't know.
I can't see from this angle.
Well, he just
Those
touched
things
them.
live?
Yeah, those are live.
Those are live.
Sideshow is liking the spark.
Well, I wouldn't want to get hit by that. There's enough amperage in there to kill somebody.
Is this a foreign object fight? Is that what's going on here?
You never know with this crazy Russian.
Well, I do know
or
with this crazy
Sideshow.
Russian.
Oh, he's got jumper cables and the jump box?
I don't know. Sideshow's just as crazy.
Yeah, he's another net job from that Suicide Pack.
Yeah.
Different kind of crazy.
Yep.
Seem to attract each other.
Yeah, Petrov wants nothing to do with Sideshow.
Sideshow's going after T-Rex.
Hey, I'd pay to see that.
Looks like Petrov is just calculating what his next move's going to be.
I wouldn't keep my back turned to him.
Ref's trying to deal with Mr. Crazy in the ring with a chair. Meanwhile, you got this Russian polar bear fucking out here trying to...
Whoa.
Sideshow's putting the jumper cables on the metal chair.
Oops. Oh, my goodness. What is he doing? You know, and Sideshow just crazy enough to use that.
It's electrified now.
That is
going on here.
That chair's going to get warm. Ooh. Little shock to Sideshow. Petrov going in for a fill.
Yeah, wet your fingers first, you dummy.
Yeah, well.
That's how they do it in Russia.
They're going to use the chairs. Are we moving to waterboarding after this?
Oh, man.
What's next?
Oh, my God.
We don't have any Asian fighters, do we, for the waterboarding?
You know, one thing I think me and Mr. Void here will agree on. These two are definitely crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
Touch it.
I know Crazy, and I'm definitely seeing it in the ring right now with one of them. I'm not so sure about Petrov.
He's inviting people to come in and test it. Make sure it's hot.
What?
Sideshow's going to...
Sideshow has this weird ability in the middle of a match to not take it seriously.
He's laying on the
to
chair.
hurt himself. Of all the times I've wrestled him,
He's convulsing. He's got his
he
head
has
right on the...
stopped
How do you convulse with DC?
in a match just to do something crazy and have me
It should
hurt
just
him
be
more.
hot.
Sometimes I think he uses this out as a ploy to just make his opponent even forget about what's supposed to be
Getting
going on.
electrocuted on that thing. It's live voltage going through that. What the hell is he thinking?
He's not.
Well, he just took off one of the alligator
Yeah, it's
clips,
not
goes
live
for the
anymore.
cover.
And Petrov gets the win.
Petrov gets the win as Sideshow knocked himself out electrically.
I think Sideshow has electrical fetish.
I guess so.
They better get somebody in there to check on him because he could really be seriously hurt.
Sideshow is the masochist of the Suicide Pack.
Yes, he is.
He's moving around a little bit.
The other two are sadists, but he's a true blue friggin'
That's crazy.
masochist. That's not right.
Well, your winner and still the PCW champ is Petrov. Roy, it's been a pleasure having you.
Whoa. Wait. I want to come back, Ken, real quick here.
Yes.
This was a win, right?
It was a win.
Was
I
there
wouldn't
any
count it
cheating?
as a win.
Well, in a manner of speaking, there was.
There was cheating? Are we calling cheating?
There was obvious.
There was obviously
It's
forces.
murky
that were-
waters because he decided to brain himself on that electrified chair.
Yeah.
But
And if Petrov wants to count that as a victory, he's not a true champion.
No, it's not
You
it was
put me
not
in
a
the ring
clean
with
win.
Petrov, I'll wipe the floor with him.
It was not a clean win.
And I will take that belt.
Yeah, I tell
That
you,
right there, no.
I promise you right
That's
now,
your
if you
UIWA
watch
champion.
Petrov's Facebook page tonight, he'll talk about how he pinned him in the ring clean. 1, 2, 3.
He electrocuted him, and yeah.
Well, that was quite an interesting slow match.
Yes. Yes. Lovejoy, thank you. Void, thank you. Appreciate you guys coming out.
And we do want to know, Lovejoy, what is going to happen with you, and if you're going to start a whole new realm here or go off and travel the United States. So keep us informed.
Oh, I will be around. Let's just put it that way.
Good.
I will be around.
Keep us in mind when you're doing your planning.
All right. And by the way, where's that stupid rapper at that's supposed to be out here?
Yeah, he's
over there.
He's texting. He's writing a new song, I think.
Yeah.
Did you want to sit down with him on the mic for a minute?
Oh, if he comes over here, I might hurt him. So.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen.
want that here.
It's been all your pleasure. I
You're
can tell
a
you
brilliant man, Lovejoy. Making enemies anywhere you go.
You know what, Void, just because we don't see eye to eye, when it comes down to it, we still have the same purpose. We want to win.
There's a difference, though. I want to earn my respect and win clean.
Yeah.
Now you do. I remember a time.
I changed my ways.
Well, good for you.
You have not.
Nope, I have not, and I don't see that happening. So, anyway, me and Void will respectfully just disagree. How's that?
There we go. We appreciate both of you being on the mic.
Respectfully.
Take care, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Well, that was interesting and maybe a little bit uncomfortable because I wasn't sure how he was going to react with both Petrov being in the ring and you sitting right next to him.
Still watching my
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Well, folks, this is the main event. Keith Atkins taking on Aries Toretto. Tex Thompson should be joining us soon.
Is Tex calling this match with us?
He's supposed to.
Right on.
If he remembers.
He's been busy back there.
He's an old man. He's got a lot of things on his head.
Yep.
Yeah, like a 10-gallon hat.
Is Knothead going to join us for this final match?
They're trying to get him in the door right now.
Sorry, I couldn't catch that knothead guy.
All right, not a problem. Welcome, Knothead, everybody.
It is my pleasure to be sitting next to the Emperor Void.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It's a pleasure to sit next to you as well. Now it's time for the main event.
This is it. The last event of the night, everybody.
Yes.
The first fight of summer.
Yeah. It's another guy on my list right there.
Toretto,
an unofficial member of the World Powers.
Yeah.
Sticking his nose in my business.
It's powders, because that's what they do when things get tough. They powder out.
Toretto's going after the crowd.
Yeah, he better not take Keith lightly.
No.
Keith's a strong man. He will throw you around. Toretto might be quick and agile.
There's those furry boot covers we were talking about earlier, Kim.
I got you.
But I've seen Keith lose his temper, too.
Yes. Keith can be a very dangerous individual.
He seems like he's on the edge tonight anyway.
As you can see, there's a huge weight advantage for Keith.
Huge. Knothead, you missed it earlier. Keith did a little interview, and he was complaining about you throwing the fight a couple weeks ago.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I didn't. I couldn't recall either, but he was blaming Petrov's win on you, and I didn't see you in the ring.
He wasn't in the ring.
So
he was at ringside.
That's a very cogent observation.
He was very quickly moving ringside and tossed the belt
He was
in.
videotaping.
As an impartial observer,
With a belt in his hand.
As an impartial observer right now, I will notice that Mr. Atkins is paying a lot more attention to Mr. Toretto than Mr. Toretto has been paying to Mr. Atkins so far.
Yes.
Definitely seems to be a bit more focus coming from Mr. Atkins and Mr. Toretto.
Yeah, Atkins is ready to go.
Toretto seems more concerned about how the fans feel.
Don't let him do this, Atkins. Get him.
Well, the bell's rung. I don't know why Keith doesn't go after him.
Because Keith wants to earn it.
Well, I understand that.
Keith
I see
coming
a
up.
show of...
Wow. We need to get a little meter in here.
The fans, you can download an app.
Yeah, the fan meter.
You can download a DB meter.
I have one, but you know the phone's cut out at 100 dB anyway.
I think we just passed Madison Square Garden.
And that was the attack I was looking for, but from the wrong person.
Yep.
Atkins getting jumped from behind.
I would expect it from Toretto, never from Keith. But Toretto's got to take advantage while he can, being the smaller guy.
And using the top ring rope as leverage to choke Keith Atkins. Goes back with a forearm. Tries to throw another forearm, shoots him off. Reversal. And Atkins hits him with a clothesline. Another one. Taking Toretto off his feet. Sets him up.
Big suplex.
Nice. Nicely done. A quick little suplex by Keith Atkins.
He bounced a little bit.
And he's not done yet.
What do we got? Atomic drop?
Belly to back atomic drop.
Ow.
Forward atomic drop.
Void. A reverse atomic drop. Good caller, Void.
The clothesline and a big one.
And another one.
Oh!
Sends him out of the ring.
Now I know Roy is a little butthurt, but I think Toretto's butthurt now too.
Yeah, I think so.
He may be constipated for a day.
Shoved everything back. Never mind, that's nasty.
Well, I think he already is with his head so far up his.
Hey, Mr. Stillwell, this is a G-rated show.
That's why I didn't go there.
G.
Yeah,
so should we be
that's what I said.
breaking out to Disney song and dance? If we're G-rated?
I'm going to
Is that
step
how it
out and
works?
let the one of the owners step in.
Well, there you go.
Looks like we got Tex Thompson coming up.
Welcome, Mr. Thompson.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
How's it going, Tex?
Hey, doing good, boy. Doing good.
Watching Toretto get his butt whooped here.
Yeah, it's about time somebody does it, and nobody can do it better than Keith.
Yeah, Toretto does have it coming.
I was talking with Void earlier today, and he made a real interesting point that I hadn't considered before, and maybe you can do something about it. Void's been sitting kind of low to mid-card, not getting any championship opportunities, and the reason is because his former partner has the book.
Well, you know, that's a fact. You know, that's not including, you know, we have the 51%'s got to stick his nose into it.
Right. So what can we do to make sure Void gets the opportunities he deserves?
Well, you know, him being a champion one time for BCW, I think he should be out there getting a little bit up in the higher card. But, you know, my hands, you know, unfortunately, Void, my hands are tied on this. You know,
I know.
You know, when I got two guys against me, and they got a backyard full of lawyers, and so every time I sneeze, I got about 4 or 5 of them calling me up saying, "Hey, why'd you sneeze that loud?" kind of thing. Just Lone Star and Damon, I don't know, man.
Well, you've been able to pull some tricks out of your hat every once in a while. Maybe there's a way we can sneak Void in.
I still haven't gotten a rematch from the title shot. When I had that title stolen from me by Lone Star, he did not win that clean. I never got a rematch. Damon made sure to screw me out of every opportunity, to block me at every turn, to try and get a rematch, try and get my belt back.
Well, the one thing about it is we'll have to see what happens next week, because it's going to be either my career or his hair, and a percentage of the 51%. Now, if it's possible, if I do win this, and if Tony wins this, then I'll guarantee it as being the 51% back on my favor. If it happens, I'll make sure that you get that rematch again.
They're going to cheat.
Well, that's why I've always been watching what they've been doing as of lately. Last week, Damon takes out Rodeo, and that just adds more fuel to the fire. So that just gets me more fired up and more ticked off than ever. So, if he wants to try to take someone's career, then maybe he ought to try mine.
Well, I was just mentioning earlier, Damon tried to challenge me to a fight.
You want a little?
He says I know. He knows how tough I was in my day.
You want a little insight into Damon's psyche?
But I told him, I said, if it ever were to happen, yeah, you're going to beat me up pretty good, but I'm going to take pieces of you with me.
That's about all you can do.
Tex, you need to be reading Sun Tzu's Art of War, because he's going at your heart. He's taking everything that's dear to you. He wants you to be heated, because then you won't be thinking.
Yeah, you know, after a few matches I've had during my time, you know, that's one thing about it is I kind of learned down the line that, you know, yeah, they might get to my heart, they might get to my family, but the more I think about it, I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm just going to take them out one way or another, you know, an eye for an eye. About the way you can do it.
Let me ask you a question about this elimination tornado match coming up next week. So, just a for instance, if Stetson loses, he retires. But you're still in the game and still have the opportunity to win your match and regain the 51%.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right.
So,
Now,
single elimination, so if he's gone, unfortunately, he retires, but you're still in the fight.
I'm still in the fight, and I have a chance. If I do beat Lone Star, I get 2%, which would bring me back up to 51 to where he's 49. And then if I turn around and beat Damon, that means he loses his hair.
I don't know if we could stand something that ugly around here.
Yeah, there's only one good look. Well, I'll take that back. Two good-looking bald men, and that's myself and Void.
There you go.
We carry it very well.
Thank you. In the ring here, it looks like Toretto's got the hand up on Keith.
It sure does, but he hasn't been able.
But
he hasn't been able to put Keith away yet.
You know, that's one thing about Keith. You know, he is a fighter, especially when he was a champion.
And he's resilient.
Yep.
He can absorb some punishment. He can't absorb, I don't think, as much as our constituent here, Mr. Void. Oh, comes out of the corner with a huge shoulder block.
Wow. That came out of nowhere, and that's one thing about it is you got to look for stuff like that, because if you don't, that's what happens. You start laying on your back looking up in the lights.
That was a move of desperation from Keith.
It was.
And he capitalized, though. He's got to get up.
Yep, he's got to do something.
Now, both men are down.
Now he's up to 7.
Come on, Keith.
There
you
we
got
go.
more fight in you.
Toretto's up. Keith is up to one knee. All right. They're both up, and Toretto goes right back. Now they're trading punches.
Yep. Now it's going to be a punch fest.
Keith's a bigger man
Now,
now. He
there
can
you
absorb
go.
forward those hits.
Stay on him, Keith.
What do we got? Big suplex?
No,
oh,
he's gonna
no.
put him
Going
up.
to the top.
He's going to the
What's
top
Keith
rope.
planning?
I wonder if this is going to be one of those famous superplex.
I don't know. I'd like to see him.
what are we
Here
doing
we
here?
go.
I'd love to see him pull
Yes.
a brain buster off
Yes.
of this one.
Here we go.
Yes.
Oh, Toretto's
No,
blocking it.
no. Come on, Toretto.
Uh-oh.
Toretto's fighting back.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, no.
Sunset flip off the top rope.
Sunset into a power bomb.
Oh.
Atkins kicks out.
That was 2 7/8 right there, guys.
Toretto can't believe it. That's where you lose
Frustrated.
matches.
Yeah.
You get frustrated, you lose your focus.
Keith's back up on his feet. Kick to the stomach.
Oh, here we
Sets
go.
him up.
Here we go.
Butterfly. Oh.
He took too long.
Goes for a school.
Rolled up. Come on, grab the ropes, Keith. No.
No.
Toretto's on the
Top
ropes.
Nope. Nope.
Keith was into the ropes as well.
Yep. That's one thing about it, man. If you're too close to the ropes, that's what's going to happen.
He goes for another pin.
He's got him rolled up. Pulls the tights.
Oh, wow. I don't believe it.
Big surprise once again.
Pulls the tights.
What's going
Cheating.
on, T-Rex? What is?
The official, unofficial member of the World Powers, Aries Toretto.
Well, you
Once
got 1,
again,
2, 3.
Yeah. He pulled the tights to get the win. Again, they cannot win a clean match.
No,
I just don't get it. Okay, well, I haven't heard the bell, so I don't know what's going on.
Even as a minority owner, you can't step in?
No, unfortunately I can't.
You've been left kind of powerless.
That's a bunch of crap if you ask me.
I just don't get it, man. I really don't.
A lot of our hopes are laid on you. It's a lot of pressure next week.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, next week, I'm going to get fired up and get ready to go. I know Tony Stetson's the same way. He's fired up. And we'll just have to see what happens next week, and I hope everybody shows up. All right, well, I got to get my thing going, so, hey, Boyd, take care of yourself. We'll get that taken care of.
Ken, Tex, it's been a pleasure.
Boyd, the next time I got Damian sitting here in the hot seat, I'm going to ask him that very question. Why are you holding Boyd down? And I'll answer that question for him, and I'll tell him it's because you're afraid of what Boyd can do.
That's correct. Take care, Ken.
Vortex Thompson, Emperor Boyd, Rippin' Roche, I'm Chi-Town Ken. You've been watching Blue Collar Wrestling. We'll see you next Sunday night.
Stay classy, San Diego.